Down so I can see. Real. Right, bank holiday Monday, eh? Right, let's get started with a bit of getting into our body this morning before we jump into whatever theme we're doing. So let's move. Let's just consciously move with a bit of purpose. Just kind of do 3 circles, turn around 3 times, just move your body. Pat yourself. Feel the sensations in your body. Just have that ball in your hand. Give your fingers a bit of moving. And let's just start throwing that ball. And let's pick out 3 things in your space right now that jut out for whatever reason they do. And let's start with a bit of smile practice. So let's do a 1, but let's add a big smile to our arms. And let's draw the side. Do the same thing. And let's turn around. And as we do this, let's just think about something that makes us smile day to day, something that brings us joy. And let's just feel that just for a few seconds. And whatever that thing is, let's just take a couple of breaths. Let's plant ourselves into the ground. You can continue throwing your ball if you want to. You can hold it still. Completely up to you. And let's just think about that thing that makes us smile. And let's feel it as we take a breath in. Let's go for 7 seconds in and out this time. So 7 seconds in. And then 7 seconds out. Let's bring that smile back into the tummy. Let's bring the smile back. Let's try and wash your body with that feeling. And let's take those arms into a movement that you feel is an extension of that feeling. Okay, let's do the same thing again. But what I want to do this time is I want to find those feelings, find that gratitude right by our heart. Okay, so let's same thing again. Breathing in. And then as we breathe out, just let them feelings wash over you. 6, 5, 4, 3, right by that heart. 2, 1. Let's do the same thing right by our head this time. So you can hold that ball still. You can bounce it back and forth. We're looking for those things that make us smile, that we can feel some gratitude from. And let's breathe in 7 seconds. 7, 6, breathing in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then breathing out again, listening to the sound. 6, finding that gratitude right by that head. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then this time, let's just look at that ball, look at our hands, look at it passing back and forth. 1 more time, breathing in. And then on this last breath out, let's bring the biggest feeling here, the biggest smile to our face, and really feel them sensations, maximize them in your hands. I'm breathing out. 7, 6, 5, 4, smile it, feel it. 3, 2, 1. Great. Let's grab a second ball. And let's start with some elbow grabs. So the theme this week is heart, hands, and head. And we're going to talk about why in a second. So what I want you to do to start with, I want you to try and get the 2 balls, one on this arm and one on that arm. I find this quite tricky. So we're trying to be here and trying to get that second ball on that second arm without the other one falling. If you manage to do that, I want you to just take a few breaths for a few seconds, drop your arms and grab both of them. So in your own time, we're here, we're dropping the arms and grab both of them. Let's just do this a few times and let's just recognize the path our arms need to take and the balance and focus we need to kind of keep one there to get the other one there. So let's just spend a minute doing that without any thought, just being present this time. Remember last week we looked at the difference between presence and being mindful. Let's just be present. Let's just get those balls on there. So one arm. And then the other. Okay, keep going. I'm just going to ask you in the background just to be conscious of taking a deep breath in. And then a deep breath out. Finish this round off. So what you've started, finish it off. If you're grabbing it, grab it. If you're dropping them, just pick back up. And we're just going to jump into a 4 and a 3. Sorry, a 3 and a 4. Okay, so in your own time, just take that breath, take that smile into a 3, then a 4. You can do this with one ball if you're joining in live and it's over 3 and a 4. If you want to advance it to 3, if you want to advance it to 3, keep the third ball in your hand right now. So we're doing a 3 and a 4. So don't juggle that third ball right now, but you can switch over sides. That third ball can be the you ball in this, the feeling ball. Okay, so what I want to do in this next section is I want to transition what we did last week into this week. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with dream. So this is going to be our 3 that's going over. Is going to be our dream ball. Okay, so last week we set some thoughts. Grab some thoughts about dreams, what that word meant to us. And what I want to do is I want to transition that word right now into our heart. Okay, so let's say that 3 is our dream ball. That 4 around that 3 is going to be our heart. Okay, 3, 4. Okay, and just draw whatever parallel between those two words. And when I say that, I mean catch whatever thought comes to your mind and find some commonality between those words. Dream and heart. I'm going to start off here with a quote that I love, because I love a lot of music. I love a lot of Disney. A dream is a wish your heart makes. And we're going to transition this week into that heart space. So 3 and then a 4. A little fact that I found really interesting, and I imagine that this is a very average fact, that our heart beats 35 million times in 1 year. And I just want you to take a moment just to think about all the other words that span off that dream word and that heart word. I'll throw a couple out there. Wishes, hopes, wants. And this is very much that imaginary space. Okay, let's take a deep breath in there before we move on, a deep conscious breath. And just breathe out as we throw that 3 and that 4, recognizing that third ball in our hand, just being us in our space, observing what we're doing, observing these thoughts. Let's switch this to the other side now. I've been working on one side, but let's switch it to the other side or keep working both hands together. if you've been doing that. Our second word we're going to replace for this week is goals. So a 3 and a 4. And that goal, that word, we're going to replace this week with our head. So that 3 going over is our goal, and that 4 is the word we're replacing it with this week. Our head, our plans, the things that require a little bit more thinking, the logistics maybe, the goals. And just for a moment, just draw a parallel between those two words, catch some thoughts between goals and your head. Three going over 4, 3 going over 4, and just imagine that one word wrapping around the other. You can do this again with one ball if you're joining in live and you're new to this. A 3, then a 4. The 3 is your goal, the 4 is your head. 3 is your goal, 4 is your head, and we can transition to that 3 and 4 and doing that together. Again, so take a deep breath in there. 3, 4. Recognize the U ball if you've got 3 in your hands, and then just take a deep breath out as we start to replace the word habits this week. As we go through this, just check in with yourself, check in with what your dream was or what you set that as. That can change every week. What's your goal for this course? And let's transition to that habit now. So we've got a 3 and a 4. We're going to replace the word habit with hands. And more specifically, we're using that word hands as a metaphor for the actions we take, the things that we do every day, the automatic things that we do that are ingrained in us, and the new things that we're trying to bring into our life, if you want. So the task last week was to find some habits that aligned with whatever goal we set ourselves from now until the 4th of June. So that number 3 is that habit. That number 4 is your hands, your actions, your everyday, the energy you're giving. So let's just take a moment just to reflect on that. If you have got 3 balls in your hand, let's take it to the 3 and the 4 with 4, 2, 3. With 3 balls. If you're still working with 2, it's a 3 and then a 4. 3 and a 4. Imagine that there's a line right down the center. The 3 goes over, the 4 goes up. 3, 4. And for 20 seconds, take a deep breath in and just mix all those balls up in whatever way you want. You can throw them up in whatever order, in whatever site swap, in whatever way you want, throwing and catching them, recognizing that our new theme for this week is heart, our imagination, our wishes, our wants, our hopes, our head, the thinking that we do, where everything's contained, and our habits, kind of the wrap up of both, the doing. Okay, let's do a little bit of a visualization. Let's stick those balls on our heart for a second. Let's just jump up and down 10 times just to shake all that stuff in our head down through our shoulders, passing through our filter of our heart, checking in with how we feel about it, right through our arms, down our arms, right into these balls, wherever you're holding the balls. And let's just go to a 4-1-1. 4 and a 1 and a 1. You can keep the third ball in your hand if you want to, or you can drop it if you're working with 2. 4-1-1. And let's just recognize that window we spoke about last week. So this 4-1-1 It's going to be a permanent fixture through this course. This is going to be our window that we looked out of last week, 411, 411. And we're just creating a box, really, a square. And what I want you to do is I want you to look now at the door, the entrance to this room that you're in, and I want you to go to 1 and a 1. And in your mind, I want you to walk to that door, the entrance, this portal, if you like, into our imaginary world. We're going to go to that door, we're going to open it, and we're going to go outside. And we're going to see 3 different roads. And we're going to transition into a 3 and a 1, and we're going to recognize those 3 roads are in front of us. Imagine what color they are. Imagine what they're made of. Are they yellow bricks? Are they red stones? And we're going to recognize that 3 as those 3 ways to go, those 3 choices, if you like. And we're going to recognize this one as us standing there at our door. Okay, we're going to name one of those roads this morning our heart. We're going to name one our head. And we're going to name the middle one as our hands or our actions. So just take a moment just to imagine what that looks like for you. Because as we start to walk down those roads and we build the scenery around them, I want you to know what that looks like. So, guys, this thinking, just as we do this over lockdown, the youth have decided that they want to make a film at Circus Mash. So the film's called Polaroid. So we got some Arts Council funding for it, quite some time back, and it's about our heart, our hands, and our head. And there's been a lot of talking and a lot of thinking about these things, and it's about a girl who is on her own in a room, and she's kind of struggling with the inner conflict of where to go. And it kind of all this started around the point in which the Fatima retraining poster came out, and there was a lot of conversation around that because there's a lot of creatives at Birmingham that want a creative career. So anyway, this is where this starts. So all of this thinking really has come from the youth, this heart, our hands, our head. And where we go. So as we do that, let's just add one more to that scene. Let's add a 3-3. This is going to stay the same. So this is us right now, right at our door, looking down those 3 roads. You can figure out the middle one is your hands, your actions. Okay, the one on the left and the one on the right is your heart or your head. So you can go wherever. You can name whichever one you want, but just be specific right now what that one is, what that one is, and what that one is. That's your hands, that's your actions. What's that and what's that? And you can choose that. So let's just take a moment. Let's just close your eyes. If you can. If you can't, keep them open. You can hold the balls. Still completely up to you. Let's just take a moment just to take a snapshot of right now. Let's take a deep breath in. And let's breathe out. And we're going to finish off with one attempt of what we did earlier on. We're going to squish these balls. We're going to put them right on our arms. On our arms. And if one falls, just let it fall and then just work with one. And in your own time, we're just going to drop and we're going to catch it. And then we're going to stick it on our heart, squash it on our heart, feel those sensations there. And just reflect on that picture today. And then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of venture into that world and see what's there and explore it tomorrow. Hope you have a lovely bank holiday. Be kind to yourself. Take it easy, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Cheers, Joe.
Cheers, guys. Have a nice bank holiday. See you later. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye. Cheers for joining in live, guys. I'm back here tomorrow at 9 o'clock.